penis.
How dare.
The monetization is gone.
God, she just lost all of her money.
What money?
Ha, you lied.
Okay. Do.
Ooh, fancy. Butterfly.
So let me just zoom the butterflies away from my screen so the cats don't jump it again.
Okay, so I'm gonna do one person at a time. No recap, but hopefully you guys remember. We're gonna start with Dr. Everett Morris. So you are on a wagon. Hold on.
Yeah, I heard that one.
Yep. Mommy's like, Dad's not paying attention to me right now. Now it's your turn.
No, she went up to me. She's like, Dad won't let me roll his dice, basically.
Let her roll the dice. What could go wrong?
Natural one. She has the hands of a wheat.
Better than Mari.
Okay, back to Dr. Everett Morris. Okay, so you are currently on the wagon with Dr. Earl Whiskar and Alice Whiskar. You were heading over to Starred Kingdom, but you notice since Dr. Earl Whiskar is in his older years, he is starting to travel a little bit slower than what you're used to. It's been a few days on the road, and you're starting to grow a bit impatient. And now over to Kylroy. Kylroy, you also been traveling on your wagon with your two horses since day one, with Rayora Swiftfoot and your knight Glenn. And Rayora's plan from making you having a speedy travel from Mercora over to Lordana seems to be working in your guys' favor. A few days has passed, and you come across a wagon with a older gentleman, a younger girl, and another guy in the back.
So it was a wagon with an older man, a younger girl, and another male in the back.
Yes.
Did I describe?
And Dr. Everett Morris, you see a wagon approaching kind of near your wagon with a young halfling, a guy in like silver decked out armor, and another semi-young male halfling. And y'all can roleplay. I'm gonna get tokens out so y'all have a visual.
What I'd like to think, prior to y'all pulling up, Morris is kind of in the docks here of like, gotta find the exit again. Hey, look, Doc. God damn, that's not it. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Take your time.
All right. I'm gonna be up in front of the dock. Hey, look, Doc. God damn, I'm still struggling. We gotta get moving a little faster than this, you think?
Listen, this is as fast as I can go. My daughter already took her shift. It is my shift now. And I am kind of no rush to get back to Starred Kingdom, but I'll get there when I get there.
Well, I am. You see, I kind of need to get to Lordana in a little bit of a rush.
Ugh. Well, do you want to try then?
I can drive if you like. Oh, and then I'm not sure when the cart will pull up, but
Kylroy, your cart pulls up. Rio will be like, "Oh, hi! Where are you guys heading to? We seem like we're going in somewhat the same direction."
you guys wouldn't be heading to Lordana, would you?
Kylroy looks up from the book he's reading.
Yeah, speak a little louder.
Said Kylroy looks up from the book he's reading. Rayora, is everything okay?
Kylroy, you can see him.
Oh, well, so I guess I would have heard Rayora. Okay. Oh, you guys are on the way to Lordana also?
Well, I am. These lads, not so much.
We're going to Kingdom Starid. I have some medical business there.
We're traveling clerics, you see. Physicians, sort.
I'm just taking this lad here to Starid so that way he might be able to get a ride or carriage over to Lordana.
But the old man here drives the cart slower than a snail's pace.
And the female half's gonna speak up. Why are you guys going to Lordana? Is it for something or just business?
Something for me would be business.
At this point, you probably see her trying to like eye around your wrists.
Yeah, it's there.
Kylroy would. Once you make the business line, Kylroy would look for the bracelet as well, or your wrists, and see the bracelet. He would have had his covered with his sleeves. I don't know if Rayora would have had hers covered.
Nah, hers is out flashing.
Oh, so yeah, if he would have seen that then, because he was trying to roll I guess just a general glance over him.
You can go ahead and give me a perception.
First roll, boys and girls. Where's my perception? Off to a great start.
You see a little shimmer, but from the distance, it's hard to tell.
Kylroy will look at your wrist and then lock eyes with you. And then he'll slowly raise his sleeve.
Oh. Well then, the name's Dr. Morris.
Kylroy Wellings.
Seems we have some things to talk about. You're probably a better traveler companion than them.
Oh, you got a bracelet too?
I did?
Oh, so did us too. You wanna join us?
If you don't mind.
And
I
then,
just help myself anyway.
my lord, we don't know this person. Just because he has a bracelet does not mean he is trustworthy. Rayora, why did you stop? Just because you see a wagon move does not mean you should stop and converse with the wagon. What happened? There were bandits in the back. Oh, I don't know. don't think that way. I haven't come much issues during my travels ever, so I'm just trusting soul.
To be fair, Glenn, Riora's done this trek much more than you or I have, so I'm sure she couldn't spot a bandit versus normal travelers just making their way, right? As I look at Riora.
Yeah, I have really good feelings about this, and I don't know. They seem friendly, so
I mean, your friend does have a point. You don't know me. So I could sit in the dock if you like, or whatever helps you feel safe.
I mean, even if you were to try something, we don't have much on us, so.
Well,
What about
it goes both ways then.
What about your other two companions?
Well, they're, he kind of like gets in close. I'm too keen on one of them and don't really know the other.
Kylroy nods. Well, there's more than ample space on this wagon if you don't mind riding with me in the back.
It's a treat then. And he is going to take whatever stuff he had in the doctor's cart. And he's just going to eat it over there.
By the by, Kylroy, as you're transferring your belongings from your wagon to this one, Kylroy's gonna ask, you guys caught wind of you guys are traveling clerics, yes?
But I am more the traveling type.
Did you guys catch wind of any disease from Mercora?
Miss DM.
mm-hmm.
Would this be the disease that I know all about prior to the recent encounter? Like, was this I working before?
You talking about in your part 1 or?
Before the part 1, like I guess the prequel, because you said I was working with the dwarves.
Yeah, so you did occasionally visit Mercora when the things happening, and Kylroy, you do mention what was your mentor's name again? Sorry. Murdoch. I want to keep saying Mercora, but yeah, Murdoch mentioned to you that other clerics tried to help, but wasn't very much success as they did send out a message for someone to come back, and Dr. Evans Morris, of course, you would know all about that, and you were actually planning on going to Mercora, but because you got the summons, you went to get to Lord Donna, especially after your poor wagon.
Yeah, he would then reply, well, I know a little bit about it. I was headed down to Mercora, right? Like, this is down Mercora. Murdoch, Mercora.
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 Yeah, is the town.
Okay, yeah, Mercora and then Murdoch. Would I know Murdoch? I heard of my Murdoch.
You would have heard that he's one of the smartest, brilliant, kind of inventors, especially with things with ether, but not much. He mostly stays in his workshop, and I guess just to avoid confusion, Kylroy probably also wouldn't have had accidentally ran into you before this because he's been training directly with him.
Okay. And he'll say, but yeah, I was on the way down to Mercora. I was transporting some stuff to help with that, I guess, that disease that's going on down there. But as you can see, I didn't make it down there with my cart.
Yeah, I can see. Um, I guess we could. I guess I do have a few questions about it. Um, thankfully, the disease seems to be subsiding, but the um, the manner at which it struck people and just the suddenness of how it's leaving, it's very odd. Anyway, how rude of me. And
As you mentioned this,
he'll help situate some of your belongings as you're loading it onto the wagon.
once you mentioned this, midway during his belong, he kind of starts thinking about the possibilities of this. Should I? Is there anything I can roll that sort of gives a conclusion if that means anything significant, right? Like the I guess the curse that I dealt with or anything.
Oh, that there's a connection?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it, but you. I will say from the stuff that you remember treating in Makura versus what you experienced in Farlet, doesn't seem like any similarities involved. Yeah.
Okay. No coincide. Okay. It's like, there's always one problem and another. It seems with these diseases recently.
Diseases?
Oh, I've got a story to tell you along the way.
I guess fortune would have it that we met up, and
Indeed. Maybe both got the bracelet, so perhaps it's fate. The Lady Wayas deems it so.
the lady who?
The Lady Wayas. I'm sorry, not a lot of people know where she is. I faintly know much about her, but she is the Dark Lady of blood, death, and law. That's what she is.
Blood, death, and what was the last word you said?
Law.
She sounds
blood.
scary.
Excuse me, not blood, death, and law. Love, blood, magic, and law.
Blood, magic, and law.
Sorry, yeah.
Blood magic law?
Yeah.
That sounds intense.
She's not scary, she's a force to be reckoned with. But she is whom I serve.
Well, if you got a bracelet, that means somebody in Lordana thinks you have some knowledge or some skill. Apparently, I do too.
That's what I can find out. Well, that's what we aim to find out then, right? I don't even know what's going on and what this is about.
I honestly thought it must have been a mistake.
Something of this magnitude, I don't believe is a mistake. I just don't understand why I was chosen.
I think that makes 3 of us here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we introduce ourselves? I'm Riora Swissfoot.
Riora, pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, well, I introduced myself already, but Kylroy Wellings.
Of course, Kylroy.
I'm Glenn.
Glenn, now Glenn seems like a pleasant man.
Glenn, as I look at Glenn's the reason why I'm still alive and I stay out of trouble.
Oh, he's your protector, is he?
I am hired by his parents.
Oh, he's your guardian.
At this point, and you're more or less family. I've known you as long as I've been alive.
Well, isn't that sweet? The original pack of adventurers.
Oh, and then Dr. Earl Whiskar be like, I am Dr. Earl Whiskar. If y'all are guys are almost done, me and my daughter Alice has to go.
A pleasure working with you, Doctor. Hopefully I'll see you around.
I
And then like,
thank you for your help again back in Farlet.
he'll bow.
Bye. His daughter will say, and they go trotting off.
Kylroy will extend his hand out to you to help you onto the wagon.
And he'll jump aboard. I appreciate it. You guys are rather kind.
Well, it's like Rayor said. And I trust Rayor's judgment in, being able to tell if somebody's hostile or not. And Rayor is a very, very, very good navigator. So she'll get us to Lordana on time. We left 2 days late.
Well then, in a hurry we are.
As a reminder, Dr. Everett Morris, Rayoria, the name sounds quite familiar to you. You remember that in Farlet, she's the one who found out about the death and then told someone over in Makora, who in return gifted the statue. Just as a reminder.
I missed that name in that process. Okay. And then I guess at a certain point it would be like, wait, you wouldn't happen to have known what's his name? Is it Talus?
Talus? Yeah, I know him. He's a great sculptor.
This is a very small world, isn't it?
Oh, you know Talus? Hey, Kylroy, he knows Talus. Wait, how do you know Talus?
I don't know him personally. I just seen his name recently. He was in the statue over in the Farlet. That's where we were coming from.
Are you from Farlet? Or are you just traveling through there?
No, I was traveling through there. I am. So I know which kingdom I know for sure. I was originally from Isavir. Isavir? Isavir.
Safari.
Isavari. Okay.
Isavari.
I was from Isavari and then moved down to the start of the kingdom.
I mean, Talus is one of the most talented people I know. Aside from Murdoch, his sculptures. If you didn't know about it, you'd think they were actually alive.
That's funny that you say that because I've got a story for you. And then he would proceed to share what happened in Farlet about the kids that he encountered who had disease where they. I'll get my notes so I don't miss anything. I had some nosebleeds, loss of visions. Worst case, they were in a coma. He investigated through the town looking for. Basically, he figured out it was a curse kind of figured out the curse was haunting the kids through the town, they would stare at a shadow, or they would see a shadow next to the statue. And the statue or the shadow would point in a direction, and then the kids would get sick and eventually die. And it started 4 months ago when the statue, after the statue was already there. It started. Wait, hold on, because I'm pulling from memory now. Essentially, there was a rune on the statue, a rune of necromancy on the statue that seemed to be causing the curse. But he in no way blames Talus for it.
Yeah, I don't suspect that Talus couldn't possibly do something like that. It's always been, he's a little, part tough mannered, but always a good person.
Yeah, like I said, I don't blame him. I just don't. I just saw a statue there. That's a shame that it was involved in the curse.
Well, you weren't kidding about diseases. I don't know how much you know about the disease I was talking about in Makora, but then Kylroy will tell the story of what happened as I hope the carriage is moving at this point.
It is. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So, long story short, if you need details, I can try to fill it in. There was Makora is a mining town, and there is a central mine there that is pretty much the source of all Makora's income as well as economy. The prominent ore there is this orangish yellow ore that basically they're known for. And if you look at Kylroy's neck, he's wearing a necklace, and inside of it is a pulsating orange crystal.
Yeah, definitely not.
But there was an accident a few days ago where there was a sudden explosion, and then there was green smoke billowing out of the cave. Kylroy and Glenn went in to investigate what was going on. They didn't just go in just to see what was going on. There were a few missing miners that they wanted to make sure it got out of the mine. And while everybody was in a panic, Kylroy felt like he and Glenn were the only ones that could help. So they went in. There were these various slimes, green slime creatures, one of which it started out as little spiders that weren't of much consequence, to much bigger monstrosities that had nearly killed both of them. It did end up killing one of the miners, unfortunately. But people that were affected by this smoke or this disease, they were the hysteria was from the situation, but correct me if I'm wrong, I think they said they couldn't see and they couldn't breathe and they were coughing a lot. Is that correct, DM?
They couldn't. Some of them couldn't see. Some of them couldn't hear, and they were coughing up green smoke. And the white parts of their eyes is turning green.
Yeah. So,
Did I know any about this? Or anything about this?
Your brief travels when you went there and checked it out, you came across some of the ones that were initially affected that had green pupils, and couldn't either see or hear. And then, like, when you came back much later, it just got worse to the point of, like, some of their breath, or like even like when they exhale out of their mouth or nose, it was just green.
Okay.
Yeah, the doctor in town, Dr. Aurelia, I spoke with her, had her hands full trying to see with everybody's pain or try to find a cure. Glenn and I actually collected some samples of these creatures, and we're hoping some of the researchers in Lordana could look into it. But it's odd because, like I said, the disease started subsiding. At the end of the cave, I went further in. There's pretty much space for only me. As it were, there was a small opening that led into a larger area. And then there was a figure, like a stone figure, stone face with blood oozing from its teeth. There was green smoke on the floor. And I approached it, but out of nowhere, somebody came out of the black smoke. Red eyes, piercing red eyes. He started chanting, and then I passed out. Had a bit of a dream, but then apparently next thing I know, I woke up back in my mentor's forge, Murdoch.
Upon saying that, Ever would conclude the story about the curse with him, how he, once he found the mark of necromancy, he passed out, woke up in a bloodied cave, and there was a pool of blood at the center. There was I'm gonna have to need clarification on one, because there was a hooded, shadowed figure there at first that disappeared, and then there was another cloaked figure there that was controlling a golem.
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
Well,
so yeah, there was one.
The second cloak figure that was controlling the golem was visible. He was like a scully kid.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, he'll share that, and how once he's in no way a fighter, but he managed to save the kid down there, Greg. And once he appeared back on the surface, they said he was missing for he was sleeping for 3 days.
Yeah.
And now he'll kind of get subtle about the next part. Actually, he'll say, and after all that, that kid, Greg, he's not doing so well. So I kind of, got good business going on here, but I got an obligation to get back and help that kid. He's sort of in a coma, it seems like now. And I don't really know what's going on with him.
Kylroy takes a look at Glenn. Is Glenn riding in the back, or is he riding shotgun with Rayora?
I had Yatsu in the back and Ryo and Glenn together in the front.
Okay. Yeah, I guess just count the fortunes of Percora that the disease is more or less subsiding. I mean, the day we left, I still heard some coughs and some sick patients in Dr. Aurelia's clinic, but most everybody started recovering. Yeah, I hope Greg was it. I hope he's okay.
Me too. At least not what he's going to be. Dr. Mortis has made that a promise.
Okay. As you guys are talking, you gibberish quite a bit, and Cell.
Yes.
Caius. Okay. So you, after the incident that happened at your master's study, and you get teleported, and you ended up in a field of like white flowers and whatnot, and you saw a blue butterfly trying to motion you to follow it.
Man. What is that big bright thing in the sky, Jared?
Ooh, ooh.
Should I look? No, no. Master said not to look at that. You know it's tempting. Oh, right, right. There's that butterfly. I should shut the fuck up. Oh. Well, let's follow it. Just to be safe, I have Jared fly up in the air a little, just kind of scouting ahead while following me and the butterfly.
Okay.
While we still kind of just talk back and forth to each other.
Okay. So you continue following the butterfly, and it's been, seems like it's been a whole day's worth of traveling, but the butterfly stayed by your side and kept motioning you to follow it. If you tried to stray away or anything like that, it would just try and keep pulling you towards a specific direction. And far off in the distance, you see a wagon being pulled by 2 horses.
Oh, is that people? Jared, how far away is it?
What's that? 80 feet.
What's the butterfly doing?
The butterfly is floating towards the wagon.
What? You want me to go to the wagon? Oh, okay. Well, Master said, don't get distracted. And I better write that in the journal, or he'll be very angry with me. No, I don't have time for that right now. Let's go. Jared and I both head towards the wagon. Jared flying in the air.
For those in the wagon, you might have noticed something flooding your way. Oh yeah, I should have y'all describe each other. Dr. Evidemillers, describe your character.
Okay, I'll make it quick because we'll probably wind up doing it again once everyone's here. But
Yep.
He's got the brown hair, slick, well kept, just kind of seems natural. Piercing eyes, green. He has sort of this doctor's coat that's kind of been tailored in a way where it's like comfortable, but also, you know, beautiful for travel. He kind of has like these little pouches and packets and everything on it. He's got like a white undershirt, and he has white gloves. There's not an ounce of skin showing on this man beneath the neck. And it goes down to like these, comfortable sort of brown travel pants and travel boots. And on his right arm, the coat is kind of pulled up, where he has a sort of leather strapped. It looks like a very rickety, collapsible shield. And on his arm there, he kind of has these little potions and pouches, and you can see bits and bobs of materials and books and stuff on him. And he's got a little backpack, and that's Morris. And he's got glasses.
Okay, Kylroy.
Kylroy is a black hair. He's 3.5 feet tall, the halfling. He has, well, pictures, his goggles are on his eyes, but right now, as it's leisurely, he just has them over his head, kind of brushing the bangs out of his face, or helping brush his bangs out of his face. Yeah, he has a satchel as his pack. He's not super particularly covered, but if you look at his hands, they kind of show, that he was definitely an apprentice in a forge, and there's marks on his hands to show it.
Are your hands perpetually greasy?
Mm. Right now? Right now? No, hasn't done much work, but
But
definitely had
usually, if you're
to-
chilling and working, yeah, yes.
yeah, a couple, maybe some like, I don't know, burn marks from like embers or whatnot.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, he's got his gloves on, so never mind.
Okay. Aurelia?
Do I notice the wagon just keeps going and chugging? Yep. Well, shoot. Jared, do one of your hoot things. Get their attention.
Ooh. Ooh.
No. It's more like hoot, hoot. Oh, I just woke the cats up.
You can hear that sound.
As we were in the middle talking, like an owl at this time of day.
And all in the middle of the day?
Off in the distance, you see a girl fluttering in the air. Well, not that high up in the air, but and you hear like a no, Jared, like a hoot, a hoot. Let's go from there.
I'm gonna see what I can perceive from the flying creatures from the distance.
Same. Kylroy's
Okay.
gonna put his goggles up, and it's kind of bright, so he's gonna look up. Oh, not nearly as good as you. 5 plus 3, 8.
Okay.
Jared, are they stopping?
Ooh, ooh.
I don't understand you.
You have knowledge about this. Seems like one of them is a fairy, and another one's like a purple owl that you kind of caught quick of. Like that's not too far away from the fairy. Kylroy, you have no idea what this girl who is floating in midair with wings is.
So it makes it all the more better when you see the happy-go-lucky expression on Everett's face go to complete dread.
Well,
Fucking Febby! Oh no! No, absolutely not! Speed the car up, go!
What?
do I hear that?
Give me a personal check.
I'm not sure if you heard it, but he said, "Is that a fairy?"
No,
Speed-
you don't hear it. You just hear some like raised voices.
What? They're saying something, Sharon. Oh, I have an idea. They're like, you said they're how far from me again? I'm sorry.
Well, they're kind of getting closer. We're still following the blue butterfly, so it's probably like 60 feet now.
Oh, I have an idea. Am I near the road?
Well, they're on the road, so you're about 60 feet away from the road.
60 feet or 6?
60.
Okay. Hopefully the ferry or I'll just go a little bit closer to the road, maybe about 30 feet, and then I will do a minor illusion of a I don't know. Another fairy in the middle of the road, it looks like a statue because I can't do a creature, but it's like a little statue of me putting like my hand up, saying like "Stop!"
What is this? This spirit of nowhere! Ah! Glenn, help me with the horses!
The fairies, they'll prank you. They'll take our clothes and leave us naked in the morning. We gotta get out of here.
Fairies? What are fairies? There's
Vile creatures from the Fae.
Glenn, Kylroy,
Hey.
a doctor. Do you see the statue?
I see.
Did I see the statue just appear out of nowhere?
I would
Did
say
see
why
that?
not.
Wait. So, is it? Can I make an Arcana check to see if I know what exactly that was? Or is it convincing or not convincing?
Well, Aurelia just shouted, it came out of nowhere, so if y'all want to, you can make an Arcana check, that's okay.
Also, for the humor, you know how like Ditto in Pokemon has like that blank face when he like copies something? It's a blank face of my fairy, just with a hand up, with looks like a statue.
God damn it.
Okay.
He's not artistic. You remember this?
17 Arcana.
And
If it's against my save, it beats it.
yep, you realize that something about it is not right. Like the fraction of like the sun beaming down kind of like goes a little bit through it. It seems a little bit ethereal. Yeah, you think it's an illusion.
Riora, it's not real.
But it's just
Italian.
It's not real.
What?
I've read about this. It's an illusion.
what should I do?
If it's as the doctor's saying, we should keep going.
Okay.
Glenn, do you see anything?
There's a flying girl coming this way. I get
It's a fatty. They're crazy.
what are fairies? I don't know, but I guess we should go. Hiya! Hiya! And she whips the horse.
All right, that's it.
At this point, you see Kylroy's hand reach into his bag.
All right, that's it. So, from my point of view, do I see them just trying to fly by me?
They're trying to run.
All right. You said it's ran by how many horses?
2.
I cast sleep on the horses.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
okay, what is this? Okay,
I have to roll a 5d8 and I gotta beat their HP.
okay, let me look up.
Do I beat 23?
I'm pretty sure.
Sudden stop.
All of a sudden, it was like a sudden stop at the point where the wagon kind of tilts forward as 2 horses just plops to the ground, and you hear. Oh gosh, I almost just fell out. Glenn, are you okay? Everyone is. The horses just fell asleep.
It's the
What?
fatties. They're coming for us. I tell you, it's over.
Oh no, what should we do?
Kylroy is gonna like rush to the end of the wagon. Fuck! Midnight!
Yay. Yay. At this point, you see Glenn getting out of the wagon, pulling out this great sword, and he like has it ready and open, like ready out in his hands, and he's just looking around. Who did this? Was it you? And you see a guy with blonde hair and shiny armor points his sword directly in your direction, Aurelia.
I said, yes, it was me. I was trying to get your attention, but you went faster. So I made the horses take a nap so I could catch up.
And also, Dr. Evitamilis and Kylroy, you would notice a blue ethereal butterfly come towards your direction, too. And when Aurelia would stop being closer, you'll see the blue butterfly get closer to her, and then keep trying to get her to get closer to y'all.
It's the butterfly. It wants me to see you guys. Hee.
Question real quick. Is the closer you get, is she wearing a bracelet?
Oh, yeah. Aurelia, now describe your character and also describe Jared, please.
Jared is a purple owl. I wanted to name him Hoot, but you know, my master kind of shunned up, but you don't know that. Maybe I'll say it one day.
Yeah.
Aurelia is a fairy from the Fae. for better or worse. Wait, am I muted? No, okay, no, I'm not good. She wears like a purple like robe, little cloth thing. She has her shoulders showing, and she has little like bluish purple butterfly wings, long brown hair, brown eyes. Kind of looks like an elf, but just short.
Oh,
Like-
you reminded me. I forgot to mention. Evet's half elf. Sorry, carry on.
My character probably wouldn't know what a half elf is.
So like my height, shorter than that.
She's like 3 feet tall, maybe 2.5, 3 feet. So she's your height. Well, she's a
Maybe.
small.
But yeah, okay.
She's a small. If you really want her actual height, I said 3 exactly. Okay, she's 3. But yeah. Well, she's seeing the knight in shining armor, Glenn, staring her down. She would just raise her hands up in the air. Maybe you might see a bracelet on her unclothed left hand. Or unless it was my right hand, I don't remember. Whatever.
Your dominant hand.
Okay, right hand. So it's on my right hand. As I lift my hand up in the air, you might see it.
Kylroy, when you raise it and then the sun reflects it shimmers and it reflects it, catches his eye. Glenn, stop.
My lord.
She has one.
Evet's hiding behind the cart.
One of what? She tried to attack us.
Kylroy raises his wrist.
You see Glenn slowly put away his sword, while still his eyes are still locked upon yours, Aurelia.
Kylroy's gonna turn around. Evet's hiding. Is Rayora on her feet? She okay?
She's like, horses, how did it get to sleep?
Oh, she's sending the horses.
Yeah.
Kylroy turned back to Aurelia. Sorry, you're following the butterfly? This butterfly here?
Yes. It was leading me towards you guys.
So you have a pet owl and a pet butterfly.
Oh, no. No. It's complicated. The butterfly isn't with me. It just appeared with me around here. I teleported here, you see.
Kylroy hears all those words. They're definitely words that he's read. And he blinks a little bit. But Glenn, do you know what she's talking about?
No, what about the doctor? He's the one who shouted the fairies, the fairies.
Barry? Where?
Dr. Morris?
He's hiding behind the cart. He's not coming out.
Out of curiosity, I fly Jared over on top of the cart, sitting on top of it, and he looks down and does a little hoot.
He'll look up and he's just like, panic. Oh, they're here to kill me. The planks are all over again. We're gonna walk up naked. We're gonna wake up naked in the morning. It's over. All of our stuff is gonna go missing.
Dr. Morris, I don't think this fairy is hostile. Or at least I hope not.
Have you not read stories about the fairies? My mother used to tell me them about them all the time. They're vile creatures. They come to you in dreams and nightmares, and they prank you. They prank you and they take your stuff. It's the worst.
Does my character hear him saying this?
Give me a perception.
15.
You probably heard bits and pieces.
Did I hear the word prank?
I mean, he said prank several times, so I feel like
So yes.
I would give him.
Ooh, pranks? I know pranks. I cast minor illusion of my little statue version of me with the ditto eyes right in front of him, sticking her tongue out.
He crawls. He sees it, panics, and crawls under the cart.
What'd you just do?
I'm just on the floor giggling. I'm not gonna write that in my journal.
Oh boy.
Doctor, are you in danger?
We're all in danger. He's gonna prank us.
Glenn whips out his great sword again. My lord, the doctor knows about the fairies. He has better knowledge than we do, and he is scared. We should be scared too. Let me get her.
Hold on.
Me?
Hold on.
Why?
Wait, hold on. There's a test for this. Sorry, what did you say your name was? Miss
Oh, it's Ori.
Ori. Miss Ori, could you stick out
He
your wrist?
was it is.
Stick out my wrist?
Yes, show me your bracelet.
Oh, you mean this thing? And I just stick my hand out.
Yes. Kylroy is gonna take his ether tool, and he's gonna it basically it looks like a Swiss Army knife, and he's gonna take the he's gonna take out the, I guess, like a needle portion and stick it under the bracelet and pull up on the bracelet.
Okay, you try to do
My
that.
bracelet?
Yes,
Oh, I guess I'm closer to you guys now. Or did you walk to me?
I walked over to you.
Here, I'll walk a little.
We'll be like right there.
Yeah, I'm like cautious because obviously there's a guy with a fucking greatsword staring me down,
Yeah.
So you,
and you just pulled out a freaking needle. I guess my character will allow him to do that just because he's short and kind of doesn't look threatening.
okay.
I did not say that out loud.
Beautiful.
Okay, so you let him do it, and Kylroy and Aurelia, your bracelet digs into your skin.
Kylroy will quickly take the Kylroy will take the ether tool away.
What was that for?
Just need to see if you're being real about the bracelet. Glenn, I think you can put the sword away.
You don't see me doing that to your bracelet.
Yeah, but to be fair, you're casting a bunch of illusions everywhere.
But as she kind of thinks back her head, Master said not. They don't like pranks here. She just starts shaking a little. Okay, I'm sorry for the pranks. It's just I gotta, I gotta.
Doctor, are you okay down there?
Also, I dismissed the illusion, and I called the owl back to me.
Seeing kind of how everything's been peaceful thus far, he'll kind of like crawl out and say, "Is it safe to come out? Is it gone?"
The fairy? No, she's still here.
Oh God. We have
If
to
you were
get far-
turning around, you would see me just waving at you.
We have to get far away from it. You understand? It's gonna kill us all. It's gonna plague us all to death.
But-
Why? What?
Well, Doctor, she has one of these bracelets, and I tested it. It's legitimate. So I don't think, at the very least, for our own sake, we should do anything to her.
Well, you seem to have good judgment so far, but I trust you. But I'll keep my distance for now.
It's fine. Like I said, at the very least, if she received a summons from the capital and they find out that we did something to her and she couldn't make it to the capital, I'm sure something bad would happen to us as a result. So
Ooh, I have an idea. Do you guys like candy?
Don't trust it. Use its wings as a resource.
Here, I bring treats. I get candy from library. You want one? As she pulls a little circular little, like a god stopper out of her pocket pouch.
no, I'm good.
Your loss, as she pops one in her mouth. Ooh, sour. Yeah.
And so I guess you're on the way to the capital as well.
The Lambo place?
Loredana.
Lorahana?
Loredana.
Oh, right. Lordana slaps herself in the head. Oh, right. Lordana. Right. I need to start taking better notes, she says under her breath. Yeah, I'm going there. I have to be there in, I think I lost 3 days. Like 9 or 8 days. Probably the same time you guys got, but I don't know that.
Like this one did.
Well, if we're on the same timetable, then Kylroy will turn back to the rest of the group. Looks like we just got another traveling companion for at least the next X amount of days.
Sir, do you think that's wise? The doctor is clearly mortified.
Doctor?
Dr. Morris?
Is that the tall clothed guy behind you? I mean, he is quite tall for, everything's kind of quite, sorry, manners. Yeah, he's kind of tall.
Yes, this gentleman here, clad in a lot of white.
But you gotta be careful with white. You can get dirt and stuff all over it. It's not very clean.
Kylroy's gonna turn back at you and look quizzically. I mean, all clothes get dirty. Anyway, I suppose more introductions are in order. I'm Kylroy.
I'm Ori. I'm from a faraway place.
You're from the Fae.
Wait, who told you?
You're a youngling, aren't you?
What? No, I'm Fairy. From Fae. Oh, I shouldn't have said it out loud. Silly me. Jared just looks at my character and just hoots like, you stupid fuck. What's it? You said changeling?
A youngling. Yeah, a youngling from the Fae. As in, you're new here.
Oh, yeah. This is my first time outside. Yes.
Oh, this is definitely a bad idea.
I was
Creatures-
looking up and then I see that big bright thing in the sky and it's blinding.
The sun.
That's what it's called? That's so cool.
Wait, no, hold on now. I'm pretty sure I've heard the Fae has a sun. It's just never in sight.
Yeah, it never gets dark. It gets, well, I guess I've never seen it nighttime here. Oh, wait, yeah, I have. Never mind. Take that back.
And
Yeah.
I will say that the information from him might be incorrect. So,
No, I think it's correct. That's why I went with it.
Mhm.
And if I'm wrong, DM can yell at us both.
yeah. Well, there's a reason for that. But moving on.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, it's a big place. I can't really say where and what, but yeah, it's a big place.
I've heard of it. Never been there myself.
You know, maybe one day I can take you.
I am quite all right. Others
Yeah.
used to tell me bad things about that place.
Oh, you mean like hags and stuff? Yeah, they're kind of hideous little things. I have a friend lost to a hag. He can't speak anymore. It's kind of funny. As she giggles to herself.
With that reply, with that giggle, Evan's going to just sort of kind of like, I'm gonna slap his shoulders or knee or clap his hands and be like, all right, we should probably get on the road then.
Something
Yeah.
I said?
Look, I'll be frank with you. I know of your kind, and I'm not I don't really like fairies too much. They're dreadful things.
Why? Because I age slower? You know, you're the second person to say it, but she gets very angry.
That's not the reason, no, right? So about the leaving.
Yeah, we can talk on the road. It's gonna turn around. Are the horses are awake? Yeah.
Yeah, they've been
It's a-
awake for a
It's a
while.
minute duration.
You saw like after like Rayora like checking on the doctor, she would have like tried situated the horses again.
I'm gonna go over to Glenn and Riora. You guys okay?
I'm fine, but I'm keeping my eye on that fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine, but we should get back on the road. Scheduling is already tight as it is.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm sorry for your horses. I just didn't want to miss you guys, I guess. But they're fine. They just had sweet dreams. Yeah, sweet dreams.
It's kind of scary.
If it makes you feel any better, this isn't fairy stuff I'm doing. My master taught me it.
Your master, exactly. I do have a lot of questions at this point. For the couple of you, your masters. Your master, you've been referring to your master. Who is your master?
He's a wizard from not pronounce that fucking name. My life depended on it. I'm just gonna pull the fairy joke from Iziri.
You sorry?
No, I did that on purpose for my fairy because I just make up a running joke. She can't pronounce shit.
Yeah, no, it's just me saying it, so I know how to say it, and you don't fuck up my pronunciation.
Right. You mean, yeah, from EC Cray? It's a big place, has big wizard tower. I never really left the wizard tower, but it looked pretty.
Does your master have a name?
Yes. You ever heard of Rune Seeker?
Have I heard of Root Seeker? Oh, is
Who
it
knows?
He's a very secretive wizard though, so
Literally, if I haven't heard of him.
also I have questions too, but maybe short ones right. Maybe we should keep going.
Yeah, Rayora and Glenn are back in front of the wagon.
You know, Ori, someone your size, I don't think you should be calling anybody else short.
Short? What's that?
Sorry, did you just call her small one? What'd you just
Yeah.
call Riora. Small one?
Who? Rayora? No, I called you that.
Oh, you called me that. Oh, never mind.
I said,
If
I
you
mean,
said that,
reality.
if you said that to about me, then Kylroy retracts the statement. He doesn't respond.
Yeah, I don't have any ill things towards those two.
Okay.
Besides, the guy with the sword's scary. I've already had enough fun for the last couple days. But yeah, I'm ready to go. As I just force myself on top of the wagon, just sitting on top with Jared on my shoulder.
Evet is going to get into one of the corners of the cart. He is going to keep an eye on you. And at some point, it's going to get real awkward because he's going to keep his eyes on you as he like starts rolling a cigarette to calm himself.
A cigarette. Damn. Damn, I made him smoke.
Yep.
Fucking PTSD.
Okay. Y'all travel. Had some awkward bit of moments. Okay.
Real quick.
Yes.
I guess just so I can get out the way, get the addendum there. At some point, he's going to look at Kylroy too, and he's going to say, "Well, the big fella there's been calling you master, sir."
Oh, are you talking about Glenn?
Yeah. Are you some sort of royalty or something?
No, nothing like that. Like he said, Glenn has been serving my family for as long as I've been alive, and I've been alive for. I definitely remember my age.
Okay, let's pull this basket out.
Gotta get the character sheets out, boys.
He's been with my family for over 20 years. Yeah, and you know, I mean, I knew him as long as I've been alive, so I view him as family. But he insists on calling me sir and lord. Probably because I guess I would otherwise be the inheritor of my parents' estate, but I'd never view myself that way. It's a little bit awkward, to be honest.
Everett's going to insight check you on that story. He's
I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't need to know what you're doing. Damn.
Wow, just barely. You don't know shit.
But
You believe him?
I mean, yeah, as far as you can tell, I'm being honest.
Yeah. He says he's gonna say, but it's really good to have some loyalty like that.
Yeah. Like I said, if it weren't for Glenn, wouldn't be around. And Lord knows I got into a lot of trouble when I was younger. But since I've been in Makora, he's kept me safe. As safe as or in as much danger as I see inside of my head, inside a forge anyway. But
DM. How fast is the wagon going, you think?
Rayora is a speedy, really girl, so it's going as fast as the horses are able to go.
Is it faster than 60 feet? I'm just asking because I'm gonna have my owl fly in the air above us if he can keep up.
We'll say your owl can keep up.
Okay, he's just flying in the air, looking around. I told him that if he sees anything, just to hoot. I think that's allowed with 5 familiars. If it's not, I'm sorry.
Okay. Uh. Yeah, I'll see right now. Okay. Time goes by. Night settles down. I just did a speedy thing. You guys make camp, and well, never mind. You guys can't make camp because Rio is on the speedy thing. It's time to take turns with the wagon. Rio
We're
will.
taking watch or something.
Huh?
Are we driving the wagon or are we taking watch?
Rayora said we're gonna have to keep going non-stop because we're on a time crunch, so it's gonna be like every 8 hours. Poor horses are gonna be rugged, but
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Riora, if you need me to take over for Glenn, I'm, I'm at least proficient enough to make sure that they don't go off track. But I'm pretty okay at handling horses.
Likewise, if you need some help driving the cart, I'm not the best, but I can get one.
Driving a horse? That sounds fun.
We're driving the cart, you nincompoop.
Is he still smoking a cigarette?
Yeah.
Ew, that smell. I cast Druidcraft and make his flame burn out.
He just looks at you.
As that happens, Kylroy's eyes go wide, and he looks at Dr. Evett, and then at Aurelia, waiting to see what happens next.
I'm about to get punched.
He just kind of just leans over and tell you don't trust him. We should toss him off the cart.
But that stuff smells. Why would you like that?
We're not locked in a cart like with doors. It's open windows. You don't smell it harshly as you would like a tavern.
A tavern?
Oh God. See, this is why I believe we should have it. It's a child.
I don't think Aurelia knows much of anything about this world. If she's from, what'd you call it, the Fae?
We have group hangouts in a building. We drink some green liquids and stuff. Is that a tavern?
Sure.
And then the frogs would go ribbit back at you.
Kylroy nods. You'll have to tell us about where you're from someday. Not now. Not now.
Oh,
Someday.
okay.
Not at all. I don't care about it.
You know, I liked it better when you had that thing in your mouth. I relight a cigarette.
He smokes happily.
It's like a pacifier for you. And I just get on the opposite side of the wagon so I don't smell it as much.
You know, Dr. Evett, or Dr. Morris, if you ever had a chance to go to Makora, I'm sure Murdoch could show you some fine smokes. I'm not into it myself, but I realize it helps some people relax.
I remember that if you ever get down there.
Yeah. I'll head over to the front and I'll Riora off her horse.
okay. Just to make things along, y'all end up taking swifts. Nighttime comes. Do you guys want to do anything during the night or?
This is actually kind of a question. I know it's not really known. Frizo, in your previous campaigns, have you had familiars like eat and drink and stuff? Or does it
No.
depend?
I mean, it's a magical creature, so usually they don't need substance. But if you want
What
to,
about sleeping?
I mean, it's for flavor text, it's always cute for a familiar to sleep, but they don't need to.
Okay.
Yeah, you can always just dismiss it and have it come
Yeah.
back.
And they're magical
Eh.
creatures. They don't.
Okay. I just wasn't sure.
Operate on your schedule, really. Like if you're sleeping, senses are dulled.
Yeah. Well, it's nighttime, so Jared just flies back down. He's just sitting perched on a top of the wagon. Maybe he's passing out. Maybe he's not. He's an owl. He does owl things, even though I just made him a freaking daytime owl. But hey,
It's a familiar.
yeah, I know. I mean, it's a fucking purple owl for one. But while that, I just kind of stay in the back corner, knowing that there's not a lot of. Actually, can I do an insight check on them to see if, especially Mr. Smokey?
Go for it.
Just trying to sense his emotions. I don't know if I have to compete with his roll or it's you.
Well, I don't.
I think it's his.
Yeah, I roll a 20.
Did you really?
Where's just the 20? There it is. There it is.
Oh, I thought you rolled a 20. Like, motherfucker.
No.
Oh, I could read you like a book. Rub some hands together.
Yeah. I mean, like, what are you looking for?
I'm just trying to sense, like, I mean, it's pretty damn obvious, but she just wants to confirm her, like, I guess, trust with me. Just flavor.
I mean, he doesn't trust you. But I'm not sure. Like, I guess it's more so just if you look for the insight, it seems like it's more so a childlike fear, almost. He has a fear, right? Like it is too serious, right? Like obviously he's kind of like handling it, but it is very much a childlike fear. Like he did mention his mom told stories of fairies.
Yep.
Like a kid actually afraid of the monsters in the closet.
Yeah.
And then you just met one of the monsters in the closet.
Yeah.
That has already pranked you and made two horses magically go. Okay, that's fair. She just like thinks to herself, well, doesn't seem threatening or anything, but oh well. As she just lays in the back, not even sure she's gonna get a turn to control the wagon. They'll wake me up if they need me. I try to pass out. As she writes in her journal the notes of the day.
Okay. If no one else wants to do anything, we shall continue.
Aside from, I guess I assume we've been munching on our a day of rations each night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that 2 days for me?
I guess we could just subtract it when we're done with our travel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easier.
I mean, I still have plenty, so.
Who's riding with me? Is it Dr. Morris?
Are you taking over a night shift?
Well, when did Rayora and Glenn get off?
Probably nighttime.
Oh yeah, then I'll help them. I'll ride through the night so that they can get some rest.
No, I'll ride with them.
I'm sleeping until they wake me up if they do. They won't.
Okay. You have to control the wagon. Rayora tell you as a key spots to look out for to continue the journey over to Lordana swiftly. Night goes pretty uneventful. Morning comes. Actually,
Ooh.
so just to speed things along. A few days pass. So far the journey's been quite smooth, uneventful. And however, just to spice this up a little bit, since all three of y'all mostly done solo group checks, group skill checks, we're now gonna do group skill checks.
I heard
Okay.
Kay in the background.
Yeah.
I heard Kay in the background. Kay,
Real
Kay,
quick,
did your group check go to shit too, like mine did?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, me too.
oh
That's
boy.
the reason somebody's dead in my backstory.
Also, real quick to insert and freak you guys out a little bit. Hold on. Every morning, Evan's going to try to stop the cart, which we're probably not going to stop the cart, and in which we do not. Evan kind of goes into a meditative state right before sunrise, and he prays to Weyas. I guess if you want to roll the perception to hear his words, I'll tell you. And the freaky part is that at a certain point is that he has this sort of cup or bowl in front of him, and his morning offering to Weyas that he slits his wrist and pours his blood into a bowl, and then drinks from it, and then coagulates his own blood and covers his hands up and everything.
I would probably be busy, like, preparing my spells and stuff, switching some things out. So I'll just say for flavor today, I don't notice it. I'm not even gonna try.
Like if we stop the cart, he does it at a distance. But if we don't stop the cart, he's just gonna
I guess my question is, are you stealthy about it if you're stuck on the wagon with us?
No.
You know what? What the fuck? Miss Mari, may I roll perception with disadvantage because I'm like writing in my book or whatever, or preparing?
Yeah, disadvantage.
My +1 is gonna come in clean. Oh god. That's a 13 with disadvantage.
I mean, if you're not particularly far away, does he make an effort to like try to make sure nobody's around?
If he has no choice, like I said, if we on the cart, then no, right? Like he's just gonna do it sort of in the back of the cart or somewhere where, I guess the back of the cart, right? But if we stop briefly, then he will kind of like make a little distance.
What would Rayor say, DM, to like if the stopping or if we just keep going?
Huh?
If
Rayor said we would have to keep going in order to make it, right?
Oh yeah. It's a non-stop journey.
yeah,
yeah,
so essentially he's doing it
okay.
in the back of the cart or to the side or whatever.
Kylroy would kind of like at first not pay too much attention, but then when the bowl comes out and the blood comes out, and then the self-sustaining cycle of blood going to your body and then coagulating in the bowl, when it's all over, he's not gonna like, he's more observant on the actions rather than the prayer. But when it's all finished, Kylroy would just, and then like when you open your eyes, Kylroy would just say, glad you're on our side.
I'll say, well, you know, I know it's a little bit of a weird craft. A lot of people don't really have the best perception of it, but the power of the blood, it can do more harm than good. I find my study of the blood of helping purify it and helping people rather than, harm is. It's better. It's a better look. It's a better image.
I'll just say my character just looks and sees it, but then I just do like the whole like that meme with the monkey looking at the camera and looking away. That's what my character's doing right now, not saying anything, because she doesn't want to cause trouble right now. She's trying to be a good girl today. Jared probably just hoots like, "What?"
I mean,
I'm busy. I'm too busy like studying spells right now, so that's why. Speaking
yeah,
of,
I mean,
I just changed my spells.
no, I mean, no big deal to me, really. I'm sure I could say the same about the things I was learning over in Makora and trying to hone my craft. There would be some that would frown upon it. Ether manipulation and ether condensation, as it were, but
He just kind of.
I'd like to think that Murdoch and my grandpa were just trying to do some right in the world and help people out. So.
And from Everett, this would probably kind of go out into a tangent because he's a talkative lad, but he sort of mentioned about how Yas really appreciates not only blood but the power of magic and in general power. As long as it abides by the law, you aim to do some good with it.
I would like to think everybody's just trying to do some good in the world, but maybe that's because I'm young and a little bit naive.
He chuckles a little bit. And it's like, most of us are trying to do some good in the world. There are those just seeking to manipulate, give the impression that they're doing good.
Speaking of, I wonder how many people got these bracelets.
Ooh. Speaking of, as I hear you talk about bracelets, I know 2 more people with bracelets. Maybe you guys have seen them?
These bracelets? These golden ones?
Yeah, they're wizards like me. Maybe you guys came. Oh, relax. It's not a Oh, I don't know, but relax. It's not a fairy. It's a tries to put her thoughts together. Oh, it's a human. And a half elf?
Mm-hmm.
A human, a female human and a half elf. But they might have gone fast because Izzy Pori is kind of far away and their mentors gave them speed spells. So
Your master.
Huh?
Your master gave the guy half elf speedy herbs.
Yeah, and knowing as she kind of clenches her fist, the girl, she's probably got one too. You guys didn't see a half elf and a human running around in the, I guess, wilds, have you?
I can't say I have.
Kylroy shakes his head.
What about you, Metal Man?
If my lord hasn't, then neither have I. Flying bug.
Flying bug. At least I don't get struck by lightning.
My lord.
I know, Glenn. I know.
He started it.
It's just... Rayora, how many days do we have left?
I think we have a few days left.
It's just a few days more, Glenn.
Oh, I think I see something approaching. There might be movement.
Hearing that, I would have my owl fly up in the air.
And this is where the group skill checks are coming in.
The group's what?
The group skill
The
checks.
skill
Skill
checks.
checks, baby.
Oh god.
Okay, so as y'all three experience with y'all's part 1 sessions, with the group skill checks, you can use whatever ability skills you want. However, whoever person used that skill, no other person can use that skill during that turn. And if you use a specific skill, you can't use that skill ever again. So, for example, let's say Dr. Evan Morris decide to do medicine. That means Aurelia and Kylroy, you cannot do medicine at all during that time. But the next turn, one of y'all can use medicine. However, Dr. Evan Morris cannot use medicine ever again.
Okay, that works.
Sounds good.
And there's gonna be, same as always, a certain DC check. You gotta, and this time, since there's 3 of y'all gotta make 10 successful checks before reaching 6 failures. As a group of bandits circle around your wagon, causing the horses to halt.
You said 10 success, 6 failures.
Yes, everyone roll initiative.
Bring it.
And
mind.
Oh, there we go, baby.
Oh,
Well, I gotta roll
There's
for my
that bread butter.
let's go, boy.
rolling for my birdie.
your birdie is not partaking, nor is the other 2 NPCs.
Oh
Specifically,
Sorry.
y'all 3 now.
no. Oh, I thought it was for combat. Never mind. Okay. Sorry.
You're good, you're good. Okay, Dr. Evans, what is your initiative?
It is 20.
Kylroy, what is your initiative?
21.
God damn.
Yeah, damn indeed. Baby.
Fucking speedy ass people. 7.
Yeah.
7?
7. I'll be doing my investigations last. Or whatever I use last.
Okay. Kylroy.
God, I love that plugin.
How many bandits are in this group?
It's... Let's say 8.
8. Okay. Could let's see. Okay. Could we say that when Rayora shouted out the bandits in the distance, Kylroy would have tried to look for investigate his surroundings, try to veer the wagon towards that way, and point it out to Rayora so that we could try to get some cover, or at least
Yeah, sure. Give me
make our situation a little bit better.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me investigation.
19.
Okay, so you notice like a gaping gap over in the northeastern portion. You alert Rayora that, and she steers wagons in that direction. You have a feeling it might be successful.
Excellent.
Dr. Evans,
Hello. Yes.
your turn.
I'm going to. Wait, did I click blood sense? Did I really click? I'm going to, I guess, take cover inside the car for now. And just sort of scan the surroundings that I'm going to use. What did you use, Kylroy? I was reading something on the side.
I used investigation.
You use investigation, okay. I guess I'll just go ahead and get perception out of the way since I am proficient in it. Yeah, find some cover. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that happened.
Okay, so what you're doing with perception again? find coverage or?
I was gonna take some cover, just kind of like look out, and see like an escape route.
Okay.
The
So
fastest escape route.
you heard Kylroy shout over to Rioya, over there in the northwest, there's like a gap, and you're like, no, go straight. But however, the opening ended up closing, and that was a failure.
Yep.
It's okay. Okay, Aurelia.
Well, I would probably have heard them saying, "Oh God, bandits!" In that time, if I'm allowed, I would have had my Mr. Jared fly up in the air, and I would just kind of have him, be as far as high in the air. Hopefully they don't have bows. And I would just do like to do like a nature check to kind of see like the surroundings, because I would use the bird's point of view by channeling into them.
Okay, give me a nature check.
15.
Nice. So you can see through his eyes, and you notice that the gate in the northeastern portion was actually accurate. So he relays that to you. Yoo-hoo! And he flies over there.
And I, if I'm able to, I would stop channeling and relay to them. Follow the owl.
And you feel Riola's wagon turn back northeastern and goes towards that. So we are currently at 2 success and 1 failures.
8 to 5. I'm like,
Okay. Killer, you are no longer able to use investigation as a reminder.
Okay. Now that we're setting course for the northeast, the gap, he's going to think back on the times that he did travel with his grandpa for business, as well as the things he's learned being homeschooled. Try to use a little bit of history that he's learned in school to think about the next best maneuver as we approach the gap and try to outrun these bandits.
Sorry. So what skill are you using?
History?
Okay, give it roll.
7.
Okay.
We're so fucked.
Yeah, you have no idea, and you feel like the bands are closing in, on your other sides, so that was a failure. Okay, Dr. Evatimulus.
Okay. Now it seems like we've sort of established that we have a escape route. I'm gonna use medicine to see if I can establish the condition of these bandits, just in case there's a tussle.
Okay.
Oh boy. That's not good either.
Some of them look a little bit scratched up, a little worn out, but nothing that seems to indicate that they might have some sort of weakness to them. So that was a failure.
Damn.
Guys, carry me. Carry me.
Or I have a plan. Don't worry.
I'm the backpack.
Where's the backpack?
Okay, and you're next.
Alright, well, seeing what the hell P just tried to do, not really going the plan, I would try to maybe not all pranks have to be seen as bad. So, while they're all currently circling, getting closer, I would remember my incident I had, and I would use a this can spook the people in the wagon too. I will use the bronze dragon's wormling's little roar, like behind the wagon near them where they're chasing us. And I guess that would be not really a good roll for it, unless you want to say Arcana is that. It's more for history.
You can't use history because Kylroy already used history.
Well, I meant like it's like kind of like an Arcana, which Arcana is usually about measuring lore and stuff. I don't really have anything.
You could do deception or Arcana.
I'll do Arcana then, if you allow it.
Yeah, sure.
So dragon roar behind, as far as behind as I can, because they might be too far. 21.
Okay, guys, you hear a massive dragon roar coming from behind, and some of the band startles them. Kind of like jumps away from the wagon, and you see them like turn around and look around away from you guys, trying to figure out where the heck the dragon is, and they're just looking up at the sky, panic. So that's a success.
And then I probably scared the fuck everyone else too. I say to them quietly, "That was me. Relax."
And Kylroy, you're next.
Oh boy. Okay, so I cannot use.
You cannot
I
use
can't use-
investigation or history.
No investigation, no history. Okay. As they are distracted by the roar and Ori's, take note of Ori's disclaimer on what that was. Oh, okay. He'll try to use a nature check. He's gonna look at the floor behind the wagon and take note of any place that he could use his weapon, we'll say, to make the terrain a little bit more advantageous and slow them down.
So what skill are you using?
Nature.
Nature. Okay. Yeah, don't know if I don't remember hearing you say what skill you're using, but when you say something, say the skill you're using is this, so that way I know.
Okay, I'll say it at the end. That is a 21.
Nice.
Okay. So basically, you try and take your gun and find like a weakness in the land.
Yeah, so for anybody that's paying attention to Kylroy, he takes what's essentially something that looks like a pistol. And Aurelia, this might look familiar to you. Dr. Morris, if you're familiar with the arcane, this might seem familiar also, but essentially Ray of Frost's coming out of the pistol onto the floor to make it a little bit more slippery for the bandits as they encroach.
Okay.
A bit more hazardous.
Okay, so you get a good aim and you shoot towards the ground, and a decent range gets iced over. Not a whole large area, but enough to slow some of the bandits down. So that's a success.
I think we're at 4 and 3 now.
Yes, you're at 4 successes and 3 failures. And Doctor, you are up.
So, remind me what's been used at this point.
Okay, well, you can't use perception or medicine, and Kylroy used nature, so you can't use nature this turn. But next turn or either turns you could.
Okay. I'm going to use. We're gonna bust the survival. How are we going to apply survival? I guess using my survival instincts and it seems like we are trying to skedaddle here. Are we moving towards the safe path during these turns, or?
Yeah, y'all are still like moving away from the bandits.
Okay. Ooh. Now that I've seen him use this arcane weapon in some form or format, I don't know what it's capable of fully. But he would try to use his survival, I guess, to see if there's other environmental hazards that could be applied to slow them down.
Okay, well, you know that there was a really bad storm that flew across these lands not too long ago, so you may notice some trees tilting and almost seem like they're on the verge of like falling over because of how like wet and damp the ground became.
Hilltail, Kylroy, hit the trees or to slow them down. With your little cannon there.
Kylroy takes note of the trees that he can try to freeze over.
Hey, it might work.
Never
He has
know.
better options than me.
Okay. But you have a feeling that providing that knowledge gave you guys a little boost. Okay. What are you gonna do?
Well, I can use investigate now, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just can't use Arcana or Nature.
Correct.
Or the ones they used, but I'm not going to use them because that's not my shit. Well, hearing him talking about shooting the trees with that gun, I would realize that he is talking about the spell, which to me looks like a ray of frost, because I would be familiar with that. Thinking to myself, well, that's not going to do anything. It's just going to make the trees cold, frozen even. But then I would overheard about the weather, and did you say the weather out loud or whatever? Like there was water?
Yeah.
I would look at the ground and maybe I would see some puddles and stuff and try to maybe help the horses navigate ahead to avoid the puddles. So I would like to investigate the road ahead, or the path we're taking ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Rip. First failure. Unless.
Oh, I think my board just bugged.
I rolled a 12. I still have mine up.
I'm
I'm
refreshing.
keeping track of it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. So 12. Okay, so you try to help Aurelia to navigate and dodge like the ground you think is soft. However, because she's going so fast and there's like a lot of bumps and everything, you actually lured her into a bit of a ground that's actually quite dampened, and some of the wheels sinks in, but she's able to still go on, but you guys feel a little bit slower as the bandits enclose you in. The northwestern portion is now becoming smaller as the group of bandits are like covering all your sides right now.
Goal. I just realized I'm looking and it's just going way too fast for me.
Yeah.
And I just turned back around. That's it.
And what's you're up to now? You cannot do investigation, history, or nature.
Okay, and the score is
5 to 4.
5-4. Shit. Okay. What can I do? So no investigate, no nature. Okay. Kylroy is seeing as these bandits. How so? You said they're like surrounding us now. They've kind of caught up.
Yes.
Or okay. Seeing the situation going a little bit more dire, Kylroy is gonna start taking note of try to look at his surroundings, look at the environment of this gap that they're in, and looking at anything that he could otherwise do a quick ether condensation or ether conversion to help aid battle if it comes to that. So he's trying to do perception on the surroundings around him.
To look for
Anything that could help the impending situation, to see if he can get a head start on doing some ether conversion.
I'm gonna tell you to try again.
Try something else. Okay.
Yeah.
Please hold. Ori's already looked ahead. Okay. Okay. Kylroy is going to still try a perception check on the surroundings around him. The gap in front of us, it's a straight breakaway, or is it? How wide is it?
Well, it's not that wide now, seeing how like it's getting closed in.
And are we still in puddle or mud?
No, like I said, y'all kept going. It slowed you down, but y'all kept going.
Okay. I mean, the only thing that Kylroy could think of right now is to try to look ahead after we had that minor bump to try to course correct and see if there's any parts of the terrain that will otherwise have us speed up. So like any downhills or like any flat surfaces that would be a smoother, easier ride for the wagon and not too much as little burden as possible on the horses.
And what skill?
Perception.
Okay, go ahead, roll.
15.
Okay. Well, you notice, you shout over to Aurelia if, she steers a bit more to the right and then quickly make a sharp left turn that it will end up going downhillward, and if she does if she matches like the curves of the heels going downward, it'll create like a little speed boost going downward. And she does what she said, and y'all seem to get a little more faster. So that's a success.
Baller.
Bala.
Bala.
Doctor, you're up.
What is the conditions of the horses right now?
Oh, they're not gonna lie, they are a bit exhausted, because it's been almost roughly a non-stop journey. they're kind of struggling with this pace, but they're doing their best to keep up.
And they're frantic, I'm sure, with what's going on.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try to use. Boy, this sport did not work out in my last group check very well. But we're gonna try again to do a animal handling check to calm the horses and get them moving proper. Are you just gonna give them a nice soothing pat on the butt while we're galloping? Because I'm still on the passenger side of the cart, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give them a soothing pat on the butt. And say something along the lines of like, all right, just get us out of danger. Just a step at a time now. Stay calm. And stay forward. And okay, we're good. We're looking good, guys.
Woo! Okay. You do that and like give like a little touch on the butt. It gets a little bit rocky, but you manage to hold yourself still, and you notice that you doing that actually seems to give the horses a second wind. And they push through the bandits, but the bandits are still chasing you guys. But y'all break free from their little wide enclosure, and now you just try and run away from them. Okay, and Aurelia, you're up.
Alright, this might be a stretch. You're probably not going to allow it, but I'm going to try this anyway. So, thinking about of all the things that have kind of helped make us get distance and all the things that haven't worked, the one that comes to her mind is the fact that the terrain, like the water, the puddles and stuff on the ground, while they weren't helpful for us, it did kind of slow them down a little bit too. So I would say, assuming I'm allowed to do this, I would say to them, I would cast a illusion of a puddle or a hole in the ground that's 5 foot wide, maybe in front of one of the horses that are charging. I don't know if you'll allow that. I'm stretching.
The bandits' horses?
Yeah, not our horses. No.
Okay.
No pranks.
So, what skill check are you trying to use with that?
History is thinking about the past and what was working on the horses. If it's a stretch, it's fine.
I think it would be more of a deception, but I'll allow for history this time.
Okay. 24.
Okay. I guess like thinking back on like your master's training, and like brief knowledge that he would try to teach you about the material plane. You craft a pit of water, and you made like the water a little bit darker, and the bandits see, and some of them fall in. Well, not fall in, but like they think they're falling in, so you just see some like bandits and their horses like go prone on the ground, and you see them trying to like get out of the water, but in actuality they're just like on the ground.
Check.
Okay, you guys are almost there.
Don't you jinx it.
Stressful. So stressful.
We're like running out of our fucking proficient shit, I can guarantee.
Yeah.
What am I gonna use, religion next time?
Pray.
Have you
Pray.
heard of my Lord and Savior Titania?
Okay, so Kylroy, recalling some tips of on-the-fly wagon maintenance, as it were. He, knowing that we took a couple of bumps, he's going to try to use sleight of hand to quickly do like a makeshift fix on the fly. So like to try like tighten the wheels a little bit, because they would have probably come loose from bumping around, or any boards that are otherwise causing us to take on more drag than need be.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand.
13?
Okay, well, you tried to do that, but with the speed of the horses going and like the little twists and turns that Aurelia is steering towards, it's kind of hard for you to focus. Yeah, you can't really get like a good grasp on like fixing specific parts. You think you try, but then like you quickly get a bump and you get flung backwards. Unfortunately, that was a failure.
No pressure, Doc.
This is it.
No pressure, Doc.
Okay, Dr. Rise. Oh my god, Dr. Rise. Dr. Evans Morris. As a refresher, you cannot do perception, medicine, survival, or animal handling. And because Kylroy already used it, you can't do sleight of hand this turn.
Okay.
No pressure.
Pressure.
Dude, if he passes this, I have nothing either.
Well, you know, it's not so much the passing that I'm worried about right now as the narrative. Is there something I can grab? I'm gonna take one of my little potions, right? 'Cause this is gonna be funny. I'm gonna take one of my little potions and most on time, right? And even we're kind of like breaking away at this point, right?
You're breaking up a little bit, but
I'm sorry, are we breaking away at this point?
yeah, yeah. I mean, well, you already you're past the bandits, and some of them are still chasing you. But it's kind of cutting close.
All right, well, no, this is not so bad. Then he's gonna sort of like lean up the side of the cart, right? Kind of hold on to it as he's holding one of the. Really doesn't matter, but one of the potions that he's had, and he's gonna say, he's gonna use intimidations. He's gonna say like, "Yeah, that's right. You stay back, you bastards. You get close, I'll blow us all up. With your lives."
Give me a intimidation check.
Good luck, Doctor.
It's a 4. It's not working.
Well, I don't embarrass myself now.
So the few remaining bandits catch up to you guys. Cuts off right Aurelia. She slams the horses down. The few that weren't tricked or got scared away or held back or whatever, pulls out their weapons. Give us your treasure now. What treasures? We don't have treasures.
If you look at Petrova, you're probably not gonna find much here. And he's saying this as like his hands are up.
You got gold, don't you?
Oh, gold? Yeah, I have gold. It's behind you. When you startled us, it went flying out of the wagon in front of us. As I cast Minor Illusion and have a pile of gold behind him.
Give me a deception check.
We're
18.
It's about to be a Tully.
So you notice there's 3 of them. One of them still keeps his eyes locked onto you, Aurelia. The other 2 turn around, like, oh, there's gold. Hey, leader, there's gold. Hand over the gold now.
I told you, the gold's over there.
I know that's fool's gold.
The two of them are distracted by the gold, and one of them is not, but presumably their leader.
Mm-hmm.
Question before you do whatever the fuck you're about to do. How many bandits are there?
There's 3 right now in total.
And there's probably more. They said there was how many total to begin with?
8.
6? And we don't know where they're at right now.
Correct.
You know, I think you. How close are they to each other?
Relatively close. I mean, it depends on how far away you threw the gold from the leader.
Like probably like 10 feet behind him.
Okay,
Because he's
so
like right in our face.
2 of them are 10 feet behind the leader, and the other one's like 9 and 5 feet away.
You know, I think you need a timeout. And I'm gonna try to sneak. You say he's looking right at me, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Would I have chance to cast a spell real quick, or you think he would catch me in time?
It depends on what spell you're using. Link it.
You know, the horses are familiar with it. It would be verbal and
Somatic and material.
So I'm
but you have a
assuming he would-
focus, right?
yeah. So I'd
Yeah.
probably just put my hand on the focus and just do a little chant to myself.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm just saying.
Just
If they would-
just go ahead and roll the die.
All right. I'm gonna just because I'm not sure how well it's gonna hit. I'm just gonna target. It's focusing on the two in the back, but I think he's in range of it. 23. It's focused on the two in the back, though. The ones on the gold.
Okay. You watch 2 of them fall asleep in the back, and the leader still seems to be hanging strong.
Nice.
Listen, you're starting to piss me off. I see you mutter your words and your crazy hand gestures. Pass me the gold now, or I shall slice those wings off of you and sell them into the black market.
Why does everyone have a thing for my wings? Very well. Am I off the wagon right now, or am I in the wagon?
It doesn't really matter.
Well, I don't have the gold, but you see the tall gentleman right there? He does. So it'd be best getting it from him. I won't do anything else. I promise, as I raise my hands up in the air. And by tall gentleman, I mean Mr. Doctor.
What? Thought you meant Glenn, you son of a bitch.
I don't trust Glenn.
Guys, go ahead and give me a perception check too. All 3 of y'all.
17.
Not
Well.
great.
God. Okay, Kylroy, you would notice this. You would notice Glenn was not on the wagon with you guys, but you notice a little shimmer, like, going around the wagon and trying to flank the leader.
Kylroy steps forward. He's a little nervous, a little bit shaky, but Kylroy says, "You're not taking our gold today." And he holds up his pistol, aiming it aiming at the guy's face. "If you don't leave us, I'm gonna shoot you. And you're not gonna see your family ever again."
Intimidation.
Please no squeaky noises.
15?
Okay. God damn it. This dice is cursed. You even notice the leader kind of lower its weapon down, and as he does so, oh, okay, I gotta roll for this.
Go, Glenn.
Oh god, of course it helps with the NPCs, but not with me.
Go, Glenn.
So,
Yeah, you sneak around that armor.
yo, I'm not lying when I say this. I got 2 nat 20s for fucking Glenn. But yet, when I fucking try to use it for my people, hell no, it's always failures. That's it. That dice is going to gel. So he actually got a nat 20 on his stealth check, but I allowed it for Kylroy to get a little peek of him. He got a nat 20 as y'all of course y'all will see like a giant dude in armor go around and try and flank the guy and pull out this massive great sword. And you hear it like leave its sheath, and you just hear it going through the bandit's leader's body right at its core, and blood just pours from the corner of his lips as his body goes limp, and Glenn just pulls out his great sword and cleans it off with just wiping on the grass nearby.
When he does his strike, does any blood splatter onto my face?
Sure, we'll go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Realizing immediately that, well, Mr. Gaiet's awake is now, well, not awake, I would immediately say, quick, tie those 2 up. They're not going to sleep for long. Take their stuff.
Some more bandits coming. We should just leave.
Yeah, we need to go.
Can we go? If I could, can I use Mr. Owl to look behind us in the air?
You for sure see bandits coming charging at you guys. They're starting to catch
Okay,
up.
let's go.
Kylroy is a little bit shaken up. Quickly wipes what more or less smears at this point. The blood kind of smears it off his face, but it just kind of goes all over. So now his face is a nice shade of pink. And he gets on the wagon.
Okay, and I just noticed it's 10:30, so we're gonna speed this along.
Mastered in the wagon.
By the way, normally if we had more time, because it ended in a failure, y'all would have actually had to go in compact with the bandits. But since we're tight on time, we're just gonna do a little speedy thing. But hey, y'all didn't lose any gold.
My poor spell slot that I'm gonna get back when I take a short rest. Poor me.
Go, Glenn.
Okay.
Also,
Yo, Glenn's a
Hold on.
badass.
Yeah.
yeah, real quick, if DM allows it, when you get back in the cart, Kylroy, your blood smeared self, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, character name. Evan is going to, I guess, just gonna like sort of reach out. Do you mind if I clean you up a little bit?
Oh,
Okay then.
Yeah. He's not okay. Yeah. Just the shot.
Yeah, well, that was very shocking, and he's gonna sort of touch you. And I'm pretty sure you've been premeditated before, right? But it's not the same. Where usually, it cleans you up. It's like the blood just sort of seeps into Evan.
What the fuck?
He's a vampire.
I knew it. That's
Thanks.
I'm just like, where did the blood go? Hopefully the wagon's moving now.
Yeah, it's moving. Okay. So just being along, get to where I need you guys to go to. Y'all, after that, you'll have a very uneventful, peaceful journey. And exactly on the 12th day,
Ooh.
you finally approach Lordana, the capital city of Morlanus. You are greeted by a breathtaking view encircled by rugged mountains and lush trees. The city lay nestled within a horseshoe-shaped bend of a gentle river. Its southern gateway stood open, welcoming you guys with a sense of air of freedom and hospitality. You can see under the brightly lit sun, that Lordana itself shimmers, its buildings fashioned from pristine white stone adorned with accents of gold, blue, and green, which is a symbolic tribute to unity of the three kingdoms it represents. Despite its relatively large size, this city appears quite peaceful in its natural surroundings. And as you pause to take in the view, you couldn't help but marvel at the serene beauty of it. And sure enough, on the pathway leading towards the capital city, you see other travelers going forth. And that is where we end it.
So much XP did Glenn get for that massacre?
Glenn's now level 3. We don't get level 3 though.
We don't
Oh,
get shit.
oh. I was gonna say, yes, you are level 3 now.
Yay!
You sure Glenn's not level 3? He could carry us. I'm just saying.
I think he's like, he just fucking took around in fucking full armor and just went,
Glenn's actually 5.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
and his bands are probably like 1 or 2.
Glenn is like the definition of fuck around and find out.
Clearly.
Yeah, there's no reason why my character's afraid of him. That thing will fuck me up. Besides, I'm a nice person. I'm assuming I've had a long rest, so I got my spell slots back.
Oh, there's the flavored text daddy.
Flavor text daddy?
Flavor text
Yeah.
daddy.
I'm gonna get my actual spells.
Oh, level 6 is
yeah.
when it
It's a pick
6 is when it
attack.
gets fun.
Oh yeah, 6 is when it gets super fun, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have lots of fun. I'm gonna be like, oh, you're shooting at me? Are you sure about that? You're shooting at someone else.
You know, it's gonna be fun when I really start unlocking necromancy around you guys.
Oh boy. My character has a thing about necromancy.
Hey, we're gonna be super